Alright, so while we were doing Vanar, weren't we? I reckon they were either my second or my either first or my second most played faction, actually. I fucking love Vanar. For anyone who doesn't know who Vanar is the blue deck of this game. aka the deck where you don't get to have fun.
You mean as the Vanar player or against the Vanar player?
If you are playing against a Vanar player, you are not going to have fun. If there's any card that you want to play, you do not get to have fun with it. Whether they be stunned, dispelled, or turned into useless minions. Or better yet, just put back into your hand. Fucking love it. Alright, should we start?
Yeah. Or even just frozen into existence.
Yeah, that's always fun. Alright, where was I? Should I start first? With my favourite, probably my favourite unit. Grandmaster Embla.
Oh, I thought that would be the first one off your first cab off your rank.
Fucking love this minion, it's so cool. So all the Grandmasters in this game have unique effects, and this is one of the cooler ones. So what this does is you play it, and it surrounds the enemy general with walls. So that can either be Blazing Spines, it could be the 0-1 Provoke Gravity Wells, or it could just be a 0-2 regular wall.
Are there 3 walls?
Yeah, just those 3. Oh no, and the Luminous charges. You know what? Actually, I may have to go to the actual website just to see some of the Duelyst cards. Just because, yeah, I can't see. I want to see the running animation. So yeah, so this was cool. So not only it was a great card because not only did it stop the general from moving and just lock them in place. If you got the Blazing Spines, you could deal damage to them the next turn. But also it threatened your Winter's Wake, which is this card here. Give all your walls +4/+4. So if they couldn't get out, you just absolutely destroyed them. And I've seen like people get out of the walls just to have a second Embla come down and absolutely destroy you. This thing was insane. Let's have a look over here. Where are they? What the hell? Oh, factions. I was about to say, this shouldn't be this hard.
You're making it hard.
I sure do make things hard, Brownie. If I go in Grand. So the only true count, like there were a couple of counters to this card, the biggest one being EMP. EMP will absolutely wreck you. Oh yeah, you can use it as a token generator. Hey Bradley, how you going? Doing better, I hope? Yeah, this card is cool. Trying to sleep.
They make the things really small, don't they?
Yeah, no, fuck me. Oh, sorry to hear that. Meanwhile, I'm stupidly sleepy over here. I need to get an early night as well. But yeah, any thoughts on the card, Brownie?
Oh, it was just good. The best part was in the later stages when it could summon the Luminous charges.
Yeah.
just to add a bit more salt to the wounds, because otherwise it was just summoning taunt and walls, and you get Blazing Spines was good, but if it was just getting the taunts and walls, that you could get around them okay-ish. But yeah, no, it was just really good. It's just good at just blowing down the game, which you need. So
yeah, fucking love this card. So cool.
Which is always good.
But yeah.
All right. This is going to be a weird one, but I'm known for...
I was about to say you're known for choosing the dumbest cards.
Not dumb. So my first one is Mark of Solitude.
You know what? One sec. That's actually on my list as well.
Really? I
fucking love Mark of Solitude.
This was... Now, I used to love trying to play this with in attempting to create the range deck that I've always dreamed of. I I used to play this in conjunction with the base ranger, the base 1/2 ranger, and turn into a 5/5 sniper, where you get the odd player which would be like, oh, well, I can't attack my general, it's okay, but you just end up clearing everything else that gets spawned until they deal with it. It's so good. Turning a snow chaser into a 5/5 is nothing to sneeze about, especially if you can't get infiltrate. But it just has good synergy with real small drops. It probably went out of favor when draw became 1 because of the draw mechanics, you couldn't just chuck every low cost thing in your deck. But still a fun card to just throw out and just all of a sudden just have there that just annoys me. And the best part is that their general can still attack the unit and they'll still do 5 damage. But I mean, you'd have to be a stupid player to just attack something that technically can't attack you on any other normal turn. But if you need to get rid of it and you're desperate away. But I loved it. And it was really good in buffing a 1/2 ranger into a 5/5 sniper.
Yeah, that's nasty. Yeah, I just love the versatility. If there's like an enemy minion that you really can't deal with at that moment, you can like at least get some protection from prevent it from attacking your general. Like if you put this on a let's say like a Shadow Watcher, well, at least that thing's not hitting you in the face. Now you use the 1/2 Veil Hunter. I use Jaxi. So what would happen is Jaxi, when you killed it, used to spawn in a random corner. Not so much these days. It summons on the spot.
Yeah, not anymore.
But yeah, it summoned in a corner, and so they'd be like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then what you do is cast Mark of Solitude on it. All of a sudden you got a 5/5 Jaxi that just mows down every unit that they put down. And so that's really cool. But then what would happen is they'll dispel it, but it doesn't get rid of the transformation's permanent. So, okay, you dispelled it, but now it's a 5/5 that can hit the general in the face.
I forgot about that trick, the fact that you could dispel it. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I guess the opponent could also dispel their 5/5s to hit you in the general in the face, but yeah, I used to love this.
You know what? I'm making a Vanar deck right now with that.
It'd be hard to do with Jaxi now. I guess you could still do it. Like, it's still possible, just a little bit harder.
Play it safe, then have it suicide or something, or just turn the main Jaxi into the Mark of Solitude.
To be fair, there's nothing stopping you from like suiciding it in, doing Mark of Solitude, and then either forcing him to do hard removal on it, or dispelling it.
And the cost is really cheap too.
Yeah, 2 mana's good.
So nice.
God damn, I love that card so much. So where do we put that? So yours, Mark of Solitude. Well, that removes 1 off my list.
Alright, my list is huge, as usual.
I only chose 10. What the hell? Alright, where am I up to? I am up to one of my favourites.
Are you going to say that for everything?
Well, this is my favourite deck. Where the hell is it? Oh god, there's a lot of 2-drops. The Hearth-sister! This card is so awesome, so underrated.
Ooh, that's one of mine. That's good.
I don't know if it's underrated. Everyone uses it. But yeah, like, the best part about Duelyst is like using the board. So the fact that there's like a card that can like manipulate board positions is like really awesome. We're doing Vanar at the moment. So we're just doing our top 10 favourite Vanar minions. This is from Duelyst 1 or Legacy at the moment though.
Yeah, we've been really slow in making this.
Yeah, we started doing this 6 months ago. And then the game came out. Like, god damn it, we'll finish this list eventually. Some of the minions have changed since. Did you play the original game, Brave? But yeah, so I love the fact that this like manipulates the board, so you can like you can play like stuff out of yeah, for Legacy at the moment, yeah. For back when we used to play during the early days. But yeah, you can put something out of range and use this to get it in. You can move something out of infiltrate range so you don't take as much damage. Move something out of zeal range so you don't take much damage. Also, back then, Faye used to be able to do 2 damage to all enemies in the general's column, so you used to be able to switch enemy units into that column so you could remove them as well. So you could use it as like removal, essentially. So yeah, there were so many options with it. How about you, Brenny?
Sorry, I'm just muting when the girls arc up. No, it's one of those cards that I enjoy because of the chest positioning mechanics around it, which is really good. It's just like when I play Repulsor Beasts now, and all of a sudden have people getting a bit shitty because their big minions just gone to the other end of the board.
Yeah,
but it's really good. Like if they play a Repulsor Beast on your big minion, you and then you want to kill something, you can use Hearth-sister to basically let that minion in the corner actually do something while you're trying to get it back in the game. It's great at moving Provoke around, so you can unleash your units, which means you don't have to try and waste a spell or removal. It's a 3/2, so
it trades pretty well.
It trades very well. It's gonna kill any most 2-drops that has to suicide into it to get rid of it. So it proves its worth in the stat line as well. So yeah. Oh well, I'm using it in my Vanar deck now, so that should say something.
Yeah. Good for getting rid of range units as well.
Alright, my turn now, isn't it? I don't know if I should do the memey one yet. No, I'll do a proper one. Fenrir Warmaster.
I am. Which version do we choose? I like the original. I like the version where it was a 3/3.
How many versions has there been actually?
Just 2. There was they removed one health from it. 6/6 worth of stats was too much, so they made a 6/4 worth of stats.
Which is still pretty good.
Yeah, this card still feels busted as fuck.
Yeah, it's just so in current game it's a 3/3. Spawns
even more insane.
On Dying Wish, spawns a 3/3 Ghost Wolf. It's just like it's just value. It's just value for a 3-drop. It's just so good. There's not a lot of other 3-drops that could boast this kind of value or sticking power on a board. And like the best part around the Dying Wish is you either have to waste like a proper dark transformation or whatever it's called these days to make sure the Dying Wish doesn't spawn, or you have to dispel it before you kill it so it doesn't do the Dying Wish. So either way, it's chewing up resources, which is what you want in a card, and for 3 mana, it's worth every cent that it cops from the opponent.
So a lot of people say it's better to play 2 2-drops than 1 3-drop, except for Fenrir Warmaster was all the exception to that. Yeah, this thing was damn it's fun playing him again now at 3/3. He's just so hard. He is so hardy. Like, you don't even care when he dies because he just absorbs so much shit. There's not much else to say about it, really. This thing just kicks everyone's ass. Turns into a bloody wolf at the end. Yeah, there's not much to say about it. He's a fucking stat stick, isn't he? Some of these he's a super chat, alright.
He is a chat. He is very. The 3/3 stat line is just insane.
Didn't they release it? They end up releasing
put him in here.
Yeah, I want to see. I think they released an even ridiculous version of him. Where is he? They did one as a joke. Where is he? Fenrir Berserker. Summon a Fenrir. So it's a Fenrir Berserker that has a Dying Wish, summon a Fenrir Warmaster, which then has Dying Wish, summon a wolf. So.
Oh my god, when they put that in there?
I don't know. It's a bit of a meme. I don't know if you'd ever play that, to be honest. But that's
copping a dispel as soon as it comes out.
Alright, and my next one, Snow Chaser.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, these were the cooler infiltrate units. When he dies, he goes back into your action bar. Not much more to say about that, really. Basically, he's just an annoying piece of shit that you put on your opponent. And if he gets dispelled, you're like, oh, whatever, he was a fucking one-drop. And that's the thing, it's like, and even if the opponent goes to the other side of the battlefield, you just leave him over there. And then you can do stuff like Hearth-sister their units back into him to take their units out of the fight. You can just buff him if you really wanted to. The only issue is that with 2-drops, I have been filling my hand pretty quick and he hasn't been able to go back in. But he's really good. I use like 1 or 2 of them. Mainly, so what I'll do is I'll Chronogenesis to kill a unit. And then I'll get a Vesper, which would be my Snow Chaser. And then I can just replace it. But yeah, he's really handy. It's annoying shit. And he's even in one of the cinematics they had.
This is why I made Lightbenders for my decks.
Yeah, because I'm not.
When you see multiple Snow Chaser infiltrates along with some of the other ones that people have been playing, oh god, it's just it's worth it if you can just die and just keep spamming them out, and the opponent doesn't have any way of dealing with it.
Because once you trap, you can just use this to trap the opponent. You can just keep putting it out and it just blocks the movement. There's nothing you can do about it.
So it's, and I mean, look, even if you happen to have 6 cards in your hand and you mill it when it comes back, oh well. But you know what? For a 1 mana, it's done 2 damage to something, or it's copped the removal. It's done its job. So.
As far as 1 mana cards, it's one of the better ones.
But even like absorbing a blood tier snipe, it means something else isn't going to cop a blood tier snipe. So it's
as long as it's on your opponent's battlefield. If it doesn't get dispelled, it's never going 1 for 1. Everything's going to always be in your advantage because you keep getting it back.
Here we go. Healing begins.
Enough! Some of the enemy, some of the later generals just did all nearby. To be fair, how many champions don't have a nearby besides like maybe Cassava? Oh, there's the Mandela. Oh, I'm sick to death of this fucking Snow Chaser.
It provided a lot of value. Luminous Charge.
Yeah, that's on my list as well.
This card is the best.
It is pretty fun.
This thing. I think it's in your clip.
It is.
Of me taking full benefit of this card in one thing where they had a Fireblaze Obelisk and I lined a Luminous Charge in its path to detonate all over the enemy general and its minions.
See, this is where I would move the 3-1 away. Oh no.
No, just watch, mate. Just watch.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
That was actually by far one of the funniest things.
And it was the most satisfying play ever.
I keep underestimating that it's 5 of these walls. I keep forgetting it's 5. It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, look for first up, it's just a wall. It's just a block tool and all that stuff. But unlike the other walls, it detonates, dealing 2 damage when it's destroyed. So, you know, Lightbenders are its arch nemesis, and you know, Rejuvenators, if you want to waste it on them, sure, why not? So the cost can get depleted if something like that is in the arsenal of the opponent. But if it's not, then you're going to enjoy watching this thing explode in their face in each minion. It's just going to just slow up the advancement, chew up time, and it's just so good. I love it. That's Yeah, it just does the job of normal walls, except with an added bonus to it.
Yeah, block pathing, make it almost impossible for fucking minions to get through it. Because it damages everything nearby, so yeah, good luck. You have to send them everything in one at a time so you don't kill your whole army off. But yeah, this thing was cool. Hello, how you going?
Right, keep having to mute. But I think we've covered that card. I was happy with that. In fact, I hope while I'm talking that you, when you go to do this, you sub in the picture of me putting the Luminous charges in the front of the fireplace.
Yeah, like I got nothing better to do on my weekend.
Exactly.
You know how long it's going to take me just to like sort out my magic cards? Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. What have we got?
Poor thing, you.
Yeah, you're telling me, man. All right. All right. Be interesting to see what everyone else's thoughts are. Some of these cards, actually. I wonder how many other people played during this era. All right, my next one. This one came a bit later, actually. This one I love. It's the evil wisp, the malicious wisp. So you got the regular wisp. That's a 1/1. When it dies, you get a mana gem. This one, you steal it from your opponent, which is hilarious. So it's like a once it dies, you give it back. But there's a nice like play where it's like, okay, I can take resources from you and force your opponent to have to get them back. Although it's normally always in your favor because they're always going to be that 1 mana down when you take it. This thing is crippling, I feel, especially if that's good to hear. What's your favorite favorite deck at the moment? What? Oh, you can transform it as well? That's even funnier.
Well, I was actually just thinking if you happen to accidentally dispel it, would you screw yourself? You're being the opponent.
Well, if you dispel it, yeah, if your opponent dispels it, they lose the mana crystal.
Damn, everybody loves Abyssian.
Who doesn't love Abyssian? Abyssian's the most... As I said, like...
Yeah, it's true.
There are other like factions that you could make, like Liner and Songhai, you can kind of like... Well, maybe not Songhai, but Liner and stuff you can like probably mimic in other card games, but yeah. You can't mimic what Abyssian does. Like, when you fill up an entire board full of Wraithlings and Sarlaccs and they can't go anywhere. It's impossible. But yeah, this thing is an absolute I love it.
I actually made multiple Lightbenders and started putting them in my decks just purely because I think I had 2 players in a row which played Spines. And it was really annoying. To play around, and I didn't have any proper dispel in my deck, so I had to get some in there. So I'm looking, but then of course, now that I've done that, I haven't played one since.
Yeah. The advice for anyone starting out, just build up your collection slowly. There's like no big rush to like make the super meta decks, because a lot of the cards that you'll eventually replace for better ones are still just as fun as some of the older ones. As I've like gotten stuff out.
Plus, I have had fun with some of the cards.
Thanks for the follow. I don't know who did that actually, because it told me there. No, thank Little Sebus. Thanks for that.
It'll come, Brave. It'll come.
Well, yeah.
Just remember, people, the benefits of getting points is you can do things like this.
Oh, fuck that. I don't even know where one is. We'll finish this first.
Well, go find one.
Have we finished talking about the minion yet?
I suppose I'm going to say something. I haven't even played it, but...
Well, I know, I played against you. You just complained about
it. Yeah, of course. I'm allowed to.
You just complained about it. He was cool, though. But yeah, what's your next one, then, while I go get my damn hat?
Okay. Oh, actually, no, I'll do this one. Moonlit Basilysk.
Oh, yeah, that one. Is that on my list? I don't think it is. Strong as hell, though. Didn't you rage quit because I played this?
I've made. Yeah, that's because that's because you had all this time to come up with legacy decks, and I just threw something together, and then basically, what was I playing? A spell high deck, and you basically put out 2 Moonlit Basilysk. Of course, I was going to rage quit. God. Oh, fuck off! You got another one? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, we don't know. It could be a different one. Could be anything, Brownie. Even a boat.
Damn it.
Spell hungry.
That's all I got on my hand. Fucking spells.
You're more than happy to cast them. I'm not bothered.
Ah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I'd like it more. That doesn't count as a spell, I'm pretty sure.
Dang.
Oh, maybe it does. What? What?
Fucking kidding me?
Are you serious?
Oh my god. Because I was like, there was no point in playing.
Well, you could just not cast spells.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
This card is... I love this card.
Oh, this is great. I played this once and I managed to get it up to like oh yeah,
It was like 13, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something really ridiculous. It was they just didn't deal with it. I was just like, what's going on?
I
Anyway,
love the Sentinel cards. They were so fun.
the Sentinels cards were good. Oh yeah, I didn't mind them. Like
This
like,
one was
they were
less
coming out
bullshit than the other ones that they had.
But they were coming out as like a 3-mana 3/3 by itself, and you either had to just not do anything to not have it change, or you risk playing a card, a spell, or anything like that to activate it. And this one was spells, which was even better because people usually play spells first. And activates, and it starts out as a 5/5 if activated. Really nice.
Because I always just saw these from Hearthstone. You had secrets, which were pretty cool. Like, I like the secrets in that game. Like, Paladins were shit, but like, Mage and Hunter had some really cool ones. So I think this was Duelyst's way of getting secrets into the game, where you play a Sentinel.
You didn't like Secret Paladin?
Oh, they were just bad. They were so bad that they had to literally make an overpowered card just to make them usable. And that's when I quit the game. So yeah, it's a 3/3 with no abilities. You can't even dispel it. That does nothing to stop this card from transforming. And yeah, so this one had one of the easier ones. Cast a spell, turns into a 5/5 instantly. And this includes Bloodborne spells. So if you did your Bloodborne spell, that would activate it. So this thing was absolutely insane. Like, as far as like crippling your opponent's actions, this would be high on the list. Like, some of them had some really weird plays. Like, there was like a Sentinel where if the opponent's general attacked, it would evolve. And it's like, well, that's obviously not as strong as this. Because what was the other really ridiculous one? There was this other... This fucker. General attacks. This thing was a bit bullshit, but yeah. Fucking
Oh my god.
But yeah, this thing was cool. No spell. Obviously, it's a bit weak to dispel. Actually, you found. I should stop saying that. Everything's weak to dispel unless it's a golem. But yeah, this thing was... These things gets out of hand so quickly. So what are their secrets? So if you play this guy, what are the Sentinels?
Yeah, I think that's all the types of Sentinels there were.
So general attacks, minions.
Song I had a
minions.
Couple of good
Yeah,
ones.
you're right. You got all of them right. No, good job. What the fuck, Protensor?
I know Song I had a couple of good ones.
So yeah, I think from memory, the best ones that I can remember was obviously the one that we just covered. And I think Songa had the best one because that literally would put the spells into your action bar. Abyssians were they were pretty average, to be honest. One of them only even activated once. But yeah, Vanars I thought were the best ones. I hope Sentinel does return as a mechanic. I really did like it. Because yeah, especially it gives you different ways to... You can either attack, cast a spell, or summon a minion to activate it. Funny thing is, if you like cast like... What you call it? Like a 4 mana... Like, if you casted like a Phoenix Fire on this, I'm pretty sure it evolves, gets the health, and then survives it. Which is pretty funny as well. But yeah, that was a cool card. I really like that one. Alright, what am I up to?
For her. In turn, she is also...
I don't know, I feel like you... Oh, Brandy's not even gonna risk it.
Alright, what are you gonna do?
Ah. Oh, you fucked up!
Oh,
What? Why? All you had to do was hit it!
Oh, but I was trying to be fancy. Fucking hell.
Oh, no! Oh, boy!
Oh, well, I'm, fucked. Oh, no, cancel.
Card, to be honest, I didn't play this card much, but it still has a place in my heart. The Voice of the Wind.
I just recently played that in my latest Vanar
like
deck.
it's not bad, but you really need to build a deck around it. I just love the look of the card. I love the little myriads that it summons.
Someone played a Mirage Master and copied my Voice of the Wind.
Although they cost the same amount of mana.
That was in a game the other day, and then all of a sudden they just had a whole heap of bloody Winter Myriads as well. I'm just like, oh god. But lucky enough, I could figure out a lethal and I could move on. But that was going to get really weird really quickly.
I'm pretty sure this card was used in that quest to if I type in, well, I guess it's not there. I'll go Origin.
I know it was used when it was just the base game. Back in the base meta. Before the expansion started coming in. It probably got phased out the last couple.
But no, it's pretty, like I said, it's one of those minions that legendaries I'd love to play more of, but I just can't make a deck where it literally, I can't find a deck where I can play this minion safely without me A, losing the game, or B, having it just instantly removed. That's my main issue. Like, it's really good with Snow Chasers, because at least for 5 mana you get like a Myriad straight away. It's not bad. Like, the game's, it's incredibly slow, unfortunately. Like, there is potential for it. The only decks that I know that could...
Look, I played it recently, and I bought it out at, like, I had 8 mana, and I bought it out and I was able to play 2 drops at the same time. And so I got a lot of value out of it then. Yeah, even though it's 4 mana belies that you're probably playing it, probably around the 6 mana above mark, just so you can actually at least get 1 value 2/2 out of it. I think that's probably where it sits. But I mean, look, you could probably play it as a 4-drop if there doesn't look like there's any risk out there, and if it cops a 5 mana removal, then you're not really going to complain. You're just going to move on and play some other threats.
It's good. I think the cards saw a bit of play in the Oak and Nemeton decks, just for producing the tokens that you needed to activate the trial.
Oh my god!
Friendly tokens have +4/+4. Now that is cool.
with different names. Holy shit!
Someone did that to me because I didn't know this card existed. I was like,
so so you would just play an Embla and Voice of the Wind, and then you're done.
What did he have? He had the Myriads, he had the Illusionists, he had those Fire Sparks, Wall.
Oh, the Fire Sparks! Oh, you gave me shit about that card.
Oh, that card's
The
good.
fire starter.
Yeah, that's a cool card, actually. Alright, yeah, not much. But yeah, cool card, but as I said, just slow and something I wish that I could play more often. Like, even just getting, like, this card and more, like, Lady Locks and all that, but there's a lot of setup cards needed, and it's like, you can't use every setup card. You can't just have, like, Cerberus and Lady Lock and Voice of the Wind all together and play this beautiful mishmash of stuff, but yeah. So normally, yeah, I'd do Lady Lock over Voice of the Wind, unfortunately. Cool card, though. Just because it's bad doesn't mean... Why is that over here? That's fair enough.
Doesn't have to be meta. It's also, and but given we've played all the eras, sometimes we have cards that we just enjoy.
Yeah. So
I definitely have cards that I
think
enjoy
we
that
did
aren't
say
out.
that a lot of the cards that we do put here are very strong, but some of them are our favourites just because they enable our favourite deck, or they got really great artwork and attack animations. Like I will still
really cool.
die on this hill that Brownie wasted a fucking spot with Stone to Spears. I don't think anything fucking comes close.
You do
to that.
realise that in that Vitruvian deck that I beat you with, I had 2 of those in there.
You didn't play them though.
I didn't need to. I smashed it that hard. I was ready to play them though.
Oh god.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do a really nice basic spell, which I don't think any other race has its like, which is Hailstorm Prism.
Yeah, I originally had this on my list. I removed it.
The rule number 1 of Vanar decks, you put in 3 Hailstone Prisms, and rule number 2 is you put in 3 Chromatic Cults.
Yeah, well, especially in the current state of the game as it is, 2 draw. This thing is basically a 2-mana removal.
But the Hailstone Prism is, it's just so disgustingly good. Imagine, it's good in all facets of the game to keep tempo. That's really what it is. It'll remove whatever just to get it out of the way, so you can make sure you do a hit or just keep bringing out your own stuff. But it really hits home when they play an 8 mana something or other, and you just put it back into the action bar, and they've got to spend 8 mana to put it back out on the board again, and that gets old very quickly.
What did I tell you at the start of this list? AK Vanar, you don't get to have fun.
Yeah. Yes. This is the cry card. This has the additional benefit of when your opponent has 6 cards, Hailstone Prism then becomes actual removal.
Yeah, play big.
by milling.
Yeah, at least Spotlight will give you health back for killing shit.
Yeah.
Vanar just. And we're like in the base game. We're not even
surprised. I'm surprised this card hasn't been nerfed. Actually, I'm surprised it's not like a 3 mana card or anything.
Well,
like that.
when they switched to 1 draw, this card dropped off a lot in play because all of a sudden people didn't have full hands anymore, so they could just replay their stuff normally with opening gambits and stuff. And then I believe it made a comeback actually when Vanar went full aggro and they just didn't give a shit. They put Hailstorm back in.
I still found myself putting these in, and it's just purely because, especially when it became 1 draw. When it became 1 draw, the bodies that were being put on the board were bigger, and it just meant that you could just use this just to soak up all that mana that they've spent. Anyway, it's really good, and it's really good at the moment because you basically can burn through your cards without any issues, and having 3 of these is not gonna change anything. So, really good.
Yeah, at the moment decks are a real long curve. Yeah, just because you draw so many cards, you just have to play so many just to get them all out there. And if you do play a big minion, shit like this happens.
It's just the 2. I mean, look, it was one. I think it was one of the reasons why they went from 2 draw to 1 draw, which was the biggest meta change in the original Duelyst. and having to balance that.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's you can play aggro, but I mean I've seen a whole heap of other decks as well. Like it's not like it's specifically just aggro, but it means you can have a lot of small removal and just burn through it without any issues, and have your big stuff and balance between the two. I still find that if your deck gets heavy around the 4 and 5 mana cards, that you really, I don't know, I've been finding it hard to really pump those types of cards out.
Yeah.
2 and 3.
Well, you look at my Vespyric deck. It's like goes from 3 drops, and I skip almost skip 4 and 5 and 6 entirely.
That was a disgusting curve. I actually feel sick looking at that.
Yeah. But yeah, you cast this on your own minions as well, if that's necessary.
Really?
Yeah.
Who the hell does that?
Well, if you let's say,
actually, you know what? Probably for double Embla stats if you want.
Nothing stopping you doing it for a Razorback.
Yeah,
cast Razorback, then you can take it back and put it again if you wanted to. So what was? But yeah, at the moment, the amount of ways this ends up. If you don't play a card on turn 1, and you're player 1, chances are that's just going to be removal for the rest of the game. Alright, I'm probably going to do another simple one as well. One of my other favourite cards that's in like all my decks. What the fuck? It's 2 mana here. Okay, this card used to be... Currently this card is 1 mana, but obviously it looks like it got nerfed. So yeah, transform any minion into a 3/3. So if they play a...
Wait, that's one mana in the game at the moment?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
So obviously they thought that was...
Just because I haven't seen them. I'll have to look at that.
I play this card all the time. They play a really strong minion, turn it into an aspect of the Ranger. Got a weak minion, turn it into an aspect of the Ravager and attack them. If they play something with a strong...
like your game where I told you to turn a wall into a wolf to get lethal?
Yeah, stuff like that, yeah. Or maybe...
Oh, no, I transferred back! Then the spell did nothing!
Okay, so that'd be 9, 11... fuck, I don't think we have enough.
Can you turn one of your pillars into the fox thing to move, or not?
Fuck, you are a legend, mate.
Only if it gives you the ability to move. If not, then it doesn't work.
Oh me!
Look at that!
Oh me!
Oh you! Fuck you, asshole!
They play an Amara healer or something with a really strong Death Watch effect, transform into a Ravager, and they don't get it anymore. This thing just shuts down stuff. Vorpal Reavers shut down. Amara healer shut down. Who else?
It counters Dying Wish massively.
Yeah. And you can normally deal with an aspect of the Ravager. You can normally deal with a 3 Fox. Chances are you couldn't deal with what the card originally was.
Yeah.
Nah, cool card. It's awesome.
No, it was always good. I always like the fact that you could change your own minions, especially if you got if you've had a healing mystic that's cop 2 damage and it's a 2/1, change it to a 3/3 and it sticks on the board a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's main changes, turning big threats into little
no abilities,
3/3 foxes. Yeah.
So if we type in aspect, they made a few aspects. Transform any minion to a random minion of the same cost. Turn a minion into a Ursa Plum that will not counterattack.
Aspect of Shimzar, my god.
That card, that used to be 2 mana as well. This card only ever saw play when Thunderhorn was overpowered. Oh my god, I didn't realise that artwork is amazing animated.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love that. Aspect of the Worm I use occasionally, and Aspect of the Mountains, which is pretty crazy as well. Yeah, I love the transform cards, but Aspect of the Ravager would be my favourite. Oh, this would be interesting. Really? What the fuck? Wow!
Oh wow, that was actually really good.
To shut down. Alright. What's that?
How many have we
That leaves me with 2. You've taken a few of mine
So
away.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 3 left, haven't we?
Yep.
All right.
Hopefully it'll be done. I can by 10 o'clock. I can play some actual games.
All right. Let's go with this was fun. This was just a funny card. Sleet Dasher.
Yeah, the Duelyst artists were amazing. I felt that as the expansions went by, the cards just got better and better. Like, look at this Crystal Arbiter. Holy shit, that animation is amazing. That's why I love the Duelyst art in this game. It's why when I get pissed off when people say, oh, the first game didn't succeed because of their pixel art. And I'm like, bullshit. The amount of pixel art games that I see that do really well are just staggering. Ah, Sleep Dasher. Mr. Meme himself.
Memey, but it was actually pretty funny when we saw you pull it off with Boundless Courage.
Yeah, I pulled this off in fucking Gauntlet mode. I don't know.
It was the funniest combo ever that I reckon that we've pulled off here.
Oh, let's see it. That thing I wanted to see it. I think it's too late. Oh. Hurry up it. Do it, Mark. Do it. Boundless Courage, that thing. I wanted to see it attack 4 times. Oh my, no, 5 times. Can you get it? You can get it to attack 5 times. Oh, let's see it. 1, 2, 3. Yes. This is the best thing ever.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
100% balance.
Oh my god.
So the meteor destroys an enemy reactivator. So this is just really good at just like, you know, it gets out, and if it does, and if it actually survives, you know, it can clean up a lot of small shit. Fucking clean up 6 wraithlings if you really wanted to. But with Boundless Courage, which gave it +2 attack, and it doesn't take any damage for this turn. This thing became an absolute cleanup master.
Yeah, I just wiped the guy's entire board. Even my opponent was pretty impressed. And to be fair, he made a decent comeback before dying.
It was really hilarious. It's very memey, but I think it had, like, you know, even just like being able to attack a couple of times and then put a mark of Solitude on it, put it back up to a 5/5.
Yeah.
Just like there's so many little different things you can put onto it. Like, it's too bad it wasn't classified as a Vesper. It's just classified as a minion. But like, you know, even yeah, it was just really cool. It's just a really cool card that's like an outside the box. Wouldn't expect it at all, but if you all of a sudden saw it and it just did this thing, it would probably surprise you and go, why haven't I thought of that?
Let's have a look.
I'm just gonna go to the toilet. I'll be back.
See if I can find it quick.
You're lucky I'm still naive in the ways of Legacy.
Alright, so we now have Flying Brownie.
Oh god, am I dead?
I do not know.
Are you really gonna waste your turn doing this shit? That was a stupid question, of course you are.
Alright, so next one, while he's getting back from bathroom. So as I said, I really like the positioning and the board play and stuff. So this is why I love Avalanche so much. So we got Infiltrate, which means that we get bonuses for getting to the other side of the board. Snow Chase, if I type in Infiltrate. Really? Oh, I'm surprised that's all we got. Oh, there must be a lot of them. Infiltrate, Snow Chasers. They return to your action bar. Gain bonus attack. Gain permanent mana crystals. Gain 3 attack. Gain celerity and +1 attack. That type of thing. So a lot of the time, your opponents will rush to your other side of the board, and it can be really annoying to shut you out. So Avalanche kind of shuts them down with that play, so they have to play a little bit more into your battle plan. So if they shove everything over to your side of the board, hit him with 4 damage, and you stun everything. They can't do it. This is insane. In some, I only have about 1 in my deck. I think I've used to have a couple, so I have managed to like ping them like multiple times sometimes. Because if you hit them once, you can keep hitting them again and again. But yeah, so they reduced a few cards like this. Avalanche was the first one and was really good, and they introduced another one which I never got the chance to play with. It's probably not as good because it's a little bit more oh, what's the word for it? Situational? Where is it? Lightning Blitz? No. There it is, Glacial Fissure. So yeah, you got Infiltrate on the enemy side of the board. You can Avalanche if they go to your side of the board, and if they be a smart ass and to be like, you know what, I'm just going to stand in the middle column, you hit him with the Glacial Fissure. Of course, this hits everything, so you got to be careful. I was just saying how much I love Avalanche.
Man, the fucking flame up. Expect of ego turns to any minion into a random minion of the same cost.
Mesmerize.
Wait, how'd you move? Oh, teleported enemy one space. Holy crap! Alright, I'm gonna say that's probably the weirdest combo I've ever seen that worked.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be full head off every day.
Mesmerize into what's the card called? Glacial Fissure. Completely ruins his like a fucking oh my god! What? Dude! Oh wow.
I reckon he did more damage to himself than I did.
Oh my god, that actually is disgusting.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, okay. Is that the card that you just put on then?
Yeah. Oh god, Blinding Snowstorm actually comes out of their box art. That's pretty cool. Actually, so does that. But yeah, Avalanche, awesome.
I didn't really use... I don't think what I used to build for my Vespa decks.
Like even just a regular one-off. Like
yeah, it was good, especially when you're doing like a full infiltrate and then they move to the other side. Especially if you play like Sarge, who needs to get to the other side of the fucking board as well. Yeah, just removal. That's all you want.
All right, your next one, Brownie, and then I've got one more.
Alright, now this is going to be a little bit weird, but Frigid Corona.
No, I can understand that.
So,
this has been nerfed. This used to be able to hit heroes.
Oh wow, it doesn't hit... Wow!
It looks like... Because I remember a strategy used to be playing this card, and then the Alkaline Lawmaster to get it back, and just to perma-stun your opponent, so they could never move. But it was also frustrating, because what would happen, also, you play a 1, you move forward, hit them with this, and your opponent can't take advantage of the mana tile, because they can't move. This card was fucking bullshit.
It was just one of those cards that, like, it was sort of looked at as, okay, we need card draw now that we're only drawing one card, but it's had so many benefits in the early, mid, and late game that it was just like a really cool card. Case in point, start of the game, you're not going near the mana tile.
Yeah.
Mid game, start locking down minions or even the general if they've got an artifact. And late game, they've played an 8 mana minion. Oh, it's frozen for this turn. Oh, it's frozen for the next turn. Oh, it's not going anywhere for a while. It's just one of those, and because you're playing it every time you play it, when you play it, you draw a card. So it's just one of those replenishment type spells that also allows you to pump out a bit of utility or stifle movement, or that's what it all comes down to as usual. But it was I think I always had like one or two of these in my deck just because it's just so useful.
So yeah, I remember there were entire decks when this used to hit minions. You play 3 Frigid Coronas so you could stun the enemy. You play 3 Concealing Shrouds when during the other turn, so you took no damage. Then you play Alkaline Lawmasters and God knows anything that would get your spells back. And it's just this permanent case of never being able to deal any damage or being able to move. And they just whittle you down with like the hero power. I remember there was some absolute shockingly degenerate gameplay. It was hilarious. But yeah, as you can see, the card was strong. It got nerfed. Can only hit minions now.
Yeah, that is really nerfed.
That might have been on the last patch, I reckon.
Yeah.
Alright. And now for one of my favourite cards that I've only managed to pull off twice. Winter's Wake. So the first...
Oh, and one of it was against me.
Yes, it was. So the first expansion gave us the very first legendary spells, and this was Vanar's. Now, what was good about this is one of the counters to wall decks is obviously moving away from the walls. They can't move. Now, this turned like all of a sudden all your walls could just become actual battle threats, and you just couldn't leave them up anymore because they could literally turn around and kill you now. Then this combined with Grandmaster Embla meant if you couldn't clear out those walls that were surrounding you, those walls could kill you the next turn. And then of course they added cards like Ice Age, which also helped with the memes.
Yeah, that was fucking disgusting when you played that.
It is a cool card. Like, I do like it requires so much effort to get this to work. There's so much you have to do right and the opponent has to do wrong to let this card work. But just the
I got stalled into submission, surrounded by goddamn walls, and then you played that and activated that. I'm just like, oh my god.
This will be a day to remember. This auspicious day has brought forward by the three. The fight of this great Roman giant finally reach an understanding.
Okay.
Wait, what? Oh my, what the fuck?
How cool is that?
No longer will we live our lives in fear.
You and I have different definitions of cool.
See a few words to
No!
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god.
This is because you don't play the most overpowered card in the game, Brownie.
I know.
Do you know what that is?
What is it?
EMP. Dispel all minions and generals.
Yeah.
And destroy all artifacts. Okay. I'm surprised that's not a Vanar minion, because AK don't have fun. But yeah. I love...
Is that that's not in the current game, is it?
No,
did
not
that
yet.
come out with the Golem expansion?
Oh, maybe, yeah, Golem expansion. Yeah, no, definitely did, yeah. But yeah, Winter's Wake, cool card. One of the best legendary spells in the game. I talk bullshit. It wasn't the first legendary spell. It was in a set. The expansion had the set of 8 mana legendary spells, which also brought us Obliterate and less successful ones such as the Storm of Cone or whatever.
Oh, the Cone of Horns or whatever it was.
Yeah, we get this cool card, and what do they get? Cone of Horns. Transfer all minions in your action bar into 0-cost Gore Horns. Actually, this doesn't sound too bad, but what did Lana get? They got a cool one as well, I think. What did they get for 8 mana? Sky Phallic, summon 3 Silverguard Knights to your general. But yeah, just the fact that, yeah, some cards just need to exist to make your opponent feel threatened by them. That's one of them. You just can't... Leaving walls up is now literally a bad thing. So they will waste turns having to clear them out. Alright, what's your card, Brownie?
It's my last one.
Yeah, how many we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
I got 2 more, have I?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. We might do some honorable. I might do an honorable mention because yeah, you covered a couple of mine, so that lowered my list.
That's alright, you got to get to 8.
Okay, I'll do 8.
I'm sure you'll find another one. Vespyric Call. I did that because I was hoping it would...
Wait, it didn't? I thought it would. Stun a minion.
Yeah,
Stun the enemy and stun a nearby enemy. Then why didn't it hit that?
yeah. Otherwise I would have done Otherwise I would have done the other one.
Fucking Vespyric Call. Oh, I need footage of that card.
Such a good card.
Well, I need footage of that as well. So. Oh, really?
It's cheap. It's cheap.
Ah, fair enough. It's just not too bad.
No, it was actually really good. Like back to the fact that we only could draw one card. This meant you didn't have to put like a whole heap of minions in your hand. You could just put a whole heap of these in your hand, where you get a random Vesper minion, and all the Vesper minions are actually not too bad. So it's not like you're drawing duds. Costs 1 less and has +1/+1. So you could get like a Snow Chaser that costs 0 mana and has 3/2 stats.
I think I had issues with that. I think you played a Borean Bear once and it was quite big.
Yeah, it was because it was like a 2/5.
Yeah, what did it... So yeah, that would be a 3/2. I think the scary one was this... That comes to 2/4.
Borean Bear... Wow, Borean Bear's only 1/3.
That becomes a 5/4 if it infiltrates Crystal Cloaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a potential there.
Like even the Arbiter, if you got the Crystal Arbiter, what was that, a 1/4?
That's a Vesper?
It said it was a Vesper.
It is a Vesper.
So that would turn into a 2/5 and have +3 attack on the opponent's turn. Holy shit! Yeah, you know what? Yeah, screw you, Mark. This is a good selection.
You know, you're right. It is a good card.
Yeah, as we've just seen, it speaks for itself.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool card. Alright, I gotta do one more card, don't I? But no, actually, there's another card. I didn't use it. I might do another one that I didn't. Actually, no, I lie. Yeah, this card, Icebreak Ambush. This card is so fucking funny.
Icebreak Ambush? What the hell? I
You played it, I think you've only ever used it once against me. So basically, it summons like 3 ambush minions on your opponent's side of the board.
Oh, it was really good, and then you cleared all of it. I remember that, yeah.
But just, yeah, the potential of this card is pretty funny.
I had some nice cards, and you end up clearing the entire thing. I ended up milling the Snow Chasers that I got as well. It was just like a complete, like, 180 clear, and it was just terrible.
Oh, that's a cool fucking animated artwork right there. Because, yeah, like, they have a lot of cool cards, like Vanar, but a lot of them are just good for the effects, while some of them are like just for cool shit like this. I don't know how many I'm pretty sure it summons 3, because it summoned 3 against me.
Yeah, I can't remember how many it was.
But yeah, I'll put that there. It was either that or Ice Age, but we'll do Icebreak Ambush. And what's your last one? And do you want to do some customs after this, or?
We'll put Chromatic Cold in there. We have to put that in there.
And it's once again, this is in its nerf state. If we look at this, now this only deals 1 damage. But yeah, for most of its life and what it is currently, it deals 2 damage, and it dispels number 1. It spells a space, which is the most important. So anything with Veil, you get around. So you can literally hit Mechazor and remove all its keywords. Removes Shadow Creep, and yeah, and it'll kill with 2 damage. It kills most things. That's a 2 of it every deck. I can't think of a single deck where you don't play this card.
Yeah, just the spell of space. It's so specific, and it just counters so much stuff. It's just worth its weight in gold. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I even felt the difference, even with its like reduces damage from 2 to 1. It was like, well, that you can nerf that all you want. That's not really what we play it for.
Yeah,
we play it for the dispel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, really good.
But do you want to know a piece of trivia about this card?
Go on.
It was
Trivia
originally a
me.
magma card.
Bullshit,
It
really?
was known as mana burn.
That's still in there, isn't it?
Yeah, they
It
end up.
doesn't do the same
Yeah,
thing, but it does.
it does something different now. But yeah, that was the original mana burn. Was this effect, and they gave it to Vanar. I guess
Oh,
because
wow.
they thought giving magma that and fucking natural selection was a bit much.
Yeah. Oh god.
All right, and that's all of them.
Yeah. Honorable mention to Cold Biter.
Oh yeah, honorably. I'll just do Cold Biter. Oh, I do Ice Age and then Cold Biter. But they're honorable
Yeah.
mentions, so we're not going to cover those. Alright, so that's everything, Cold Biter. So what do we do
Hey,
for all
you're
our
done.
cards? Yeah. So what do we have? In the end, I chose Grove Lion, Jack's True Sight, Blistering Scorn, Keeper of the Veil, Owlbeast Sage, Pandora, Thunderhorn, White Widow, Healing Mystic, Spelljammer. You had Blood Tear Alchemist, Grail Master, Dancing Blade, Mobius, Sworn Sister, Lilican, Grincher, Perkatos, Repulsor Beast, Golden Mandela, and Bone Reaper.
That's not a bad collection there.
Yeah. Ironcliff Guardian, Arclight Regalia, Decimate, Sunsister Stereotype, Sunforged Lancer, Solstice,
Stereotype.
Skintelia, Silverguard Knight, Arclight Sentinel, Fizz, Sunbreaker, Sunriser, Holy Immolation, Lasting Judgment, Suntide Maiden, Trinity of Sun Wisp. Okay, so both of us just went the full fucking healing package, it seems.
Well, I mean, seriously, that's all we played Liner for, just to work out how much illy we could produce. And I think out of all the races, we both played Liner the least.
Yeah, that's true. Songhast, Growl Bandit, Katara, Killing Edge, Scarlet Viper, Grandmaster Zendo, Onyx Bear Seal, Mind Cage Oni, Hearth-Seeker, Four Winch Magi, Zoe, Lantern Fox, Deathstrike Seal, Mist Dragon Seal, Whiplash, Cyclone Master Spell Technique. Playing against Whiplash lately, I forgot why that. I can understand why that card's bullshit.
You were giving me shit about that, and I told you, mate, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
Whiplash is great.
Alright, Vitruvian, Marla Healer, Windstrike, Starfire, Scarab, Windfire Ankh, Spine Cleaver, Autox Gift, Fireblaze Obelisk, Star's Fury, Falcius, Pax, Rash's Curse, Stone to Spears, Scion's Second Wish, Alamancer, Nimbus, Blood to Air. Bissian, Grasp of...
You don't ever let me go with Stone to Spears.
Nah, fucking don't. Bissian, Grasp of Agony, Gloom Chaser, Bloodtide Priestess, Kalanio, Vorpal Reaver, Klaxon, Deathfire Crescendo, Grandmaster Variax, Demonic Lure, Gore, Shadow Dancer, Void Pulse, Spectral Revenant, Spectral Blade, Shadow Watcher, Deep Fire Devourer. And as we've proven, like, 3 of the Grandmasters ended up on these lists, which is pretty cool. Magma, Juggernaut, Sliver Elder, Thumping Wave, Molokai Huntress, Dancer Dreams, Mandrakes, Dietide Frenzy, Natural Selection, Mercantile Warbeast, Young Sliverer, Bounded Life Force, Spirit Harvester, Chrysalis Burst, Lava Slasher, Primordial Gazer and Elucidator. And we just covered that. All good, that's the list. And now it's all going to get changed again, as we don't know how many of those cards are going to end up being changed.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. But at least hopefully it'll have a long...
Jaxie's been changed.
And you know what? But even with like some of the changes, I haven't minded them. Like some cards are like all of a sudden like, okay, we can actually probably use it. Using the Merc Blood was actually quite funny when I was summoning Wraithlings all around it. That was actually pretty cool.
Oh, I forgot about the Gauntlet hero, the Sapphire Seer.
Oh yeah.
Fucking force field. All right, do you want to play some games, Brownie?
No, you can play games. I'll watch.